Hi, and welcome to those of you joining in for the first time. How is the lockdown treating all of you? Is being locked up at home with nowhere to go making you hungry all the time? Do you feel hungry right after you've eaten? Or maybe after 2 hours? Or if you've not eaten for 4 to 5 hours, do you feel hungry then? How do you feel when you feel hungry? Do you feel a weakness? Do you feel a dizziness? Do you feel an emptiness in your stomach? Do you feel a growling in your stomach? Or do you just get really irritated with everybody around you? Do you feel like your blood sugar has dropped? We hear so much about intuitive eating or learning to listen to your body, and all of that is really, really great advice. But do all of us understand what our body is saying to us? First, let us look at the meaning of the word hunger and of the other word, which is appetite. Hunger is the physical feeling you will experience when your body needs to refuel. To understand better, you must understand a little bit behind the science of hunger. When you eat food, it reaches the stomach pretty quickly, and it stays there for between 2 to 4.5 hours getting digested, and after that time it goes to the small intestine. While the food is in the stomach getting digested, you are getting no nourishment or nutrition from it. So at that time, if you were low on blood sugar, you would get no benefit from that food in the stomach because it is just lying there in that bag which is the stomach getting digested. You are not feeling hungry at that time because that food is occupying space in the stomach, and that sends a signal to the brain to say that I am full. It is only after the food enters the small intestine, which is a good 2 to 4.5 hours after you've eaten, that the food starts then getting absorbed into the bloodstream, and then it increases your blood sugar, etc. So now your blood sugar is high, but you're feeling hungry. And that is because the space in the stomach is now empty. And that sends another signal to the brain to say, I'm done with the earlier food, I'm ready to go again. This is a basic survival instinct, and that is to prevent starvation. So every 4 hours or 5 hours after the stomach gets empty, you should be feeling something like real hunger. It still doesn't mean that you have to eat. But yes, you're probably feeling real hunger, and you can choose to eat if you wish. It is your choice. This is biological hunger. Appetite is psychological, and it is the desire to eat. Sometimes it can be triggered by hunger, but often it is because of a food craving, something that you suddenly crave, like a hamburger maybe. Or knowing the availability of food that is lying in the fridge or on the snack cabinet. I bought some chakli yesterday and now I must eat. A habit. For example, I eat every 2 hours. I feel like eating now. Boredom. Having nothing to do. Eating is something to do. Or emotional triggers. Like, I'm happy today, I got a new job. Let me celebrate, let me have that burger. Or I'm feeling really sad today, or somebody insulted me today. I feel like having a dessert. Emotional triggers are also habits that we have learned over time, or we have associated, and they make us feel good, so they become our habit. Appetite can also be just the sight or the smell of food, or sight of other people eating in front of us, or even seeing a food show on TV. Appetite has nothing to do with hunger and also nothing to do with time. You might feel like eating right after you've eaten or just after 2 hours after you're eaten. But you must understand that if you've eaten even a moderate sized meal about 4 hours or less than 4 hours before, then what you're feeling right now is probably not hunger. Hunger and appetite both have nothing to do with blood sugar levels. So unless you are someone who has diabetes and is on medication for diabetes, or you are on certain other medications which can cause low blood sugar levels, or you have liver disease, or you have certain other specific diseases which can cause low blood sugar, it is most unlikely that you have low blood sugar levels. Our body has hormones which regulate blood sugar and maintain it all the time between 70 to 120 mg per dl, irrespective of whether you have just eaten or not. So it is highly unlikely that a normal person has a low blood sugar level. But of course, let me say here that this is only a general comment. It is not specific. You might be one of the people who does suffer from low blood sugar levels. Please do not take this as any advice for you. This is just a general comment. Hunger is a basic survival instinct, and it is the same for our whole species. All of us will feel hungry and in pretty much the same way. Appetite, though, is very individual, and it is based on your cultural, learned and emotional responses to food and to the cravings of food. Blood sugar levels may or may not have anything to do with either of these. Now you can decide what to do with that appetite or with that hunger. Whether to eat right now or to wait for some time, what to eat and how much of it to eat. But like I said in the beginning of this talk, it might be difficult, or maybe we do not understand what our body is trying to tell us. Because it is a bit complicated, right? Whatever it is, whether it's hunger or it is appetite, both of them are probably going to be satisfied with a much smaller portion of whatever you decide to eat. So if you are trying to lose weight, then the good idea is to eat just a smaller portion of whatever you feel like eating. That is all for today. I am Harshada Rajadhyaksha from Prakriti Sports Science and Physiotherapy Clinic. I speak about health, fitness and exercise, food and nutrition, and injury and pain. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and also please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Bye and stay well.